Welcome back. Satisfactory. Okay, we're trying to do this as a live stream, so it's going to be a little different. I've got kind of a lot to do, and it's going to take a little while to get it all done. One of the things that I need to do, surprisingly, is order up some steel pipes. I need some steel pipes on this side of the world. And honestly, I don't want to go back and get them. So let's see if we can order up some steel pipes. Uh-oh. This area of the drones seems to be running low on batteries. Don't be surprised if we decide to just complete the build and do the I win tomorrow. There's a lot of little stuff that's starting to pile up. But we know we want to get the in-game thermal rocket going, so let's grab our supplies. Grab some silica. We could probably put some of this other stuff back. Like, we don't need all this. Concrete's easy. Let's change this so we don't hear that background noise. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. We know we're gonna need some wire and some cable. And we know we're gonna want steel beams. I don't think we're gonna be able to grab all the materials that we need to get this done in one shot, so we'll shoot for right around 50%. That is a lot of quick wire. Motors are easy. Don't need a lot of them. That's the actual functionality of this. That's the manufacturer's. Probably over decorating. Oh man, what do I want now? A little bit more silica, and I think we're ready to build up half of this. Holy moly. We are super full. Let's see. Gonna want gas. Probably don't need rotors. Well, I really do want to get this one hit of silica done, so let's figure out what else can we drop. If we got that last bit of silica, we get... There we go. I think that'll do it. Right around half of everything. And that should give us just what we need to build 10 of our in-game thermal rocket factories. And we only have 2 of these built back this way. if we started from here, let's see how many we have. 11, 21, 31. I should go back the other way. I think it'll look a little better. So we'll make this the starting point-ish. We know we need at least... How many do we have here? Okay, so this is a good amount. 1, 2. That's enough for space. 3. That's 3. 4, and then 2 more for space again. And we're all set there. It's all foundations. Yeah, you know, I've played a lot of this game. A lot. And I built my first couple of hyper cannons. I think I did a video on it, in fact. And then I tried to use it, and it's a death trap. And it's a death trap because my video card is super old. I love this machine. I've had it for 8 years. I'm running triple-digit graphics cards, though. So it can't handle entering into a hypertube. It stutters, and then the game decides to put me in a little mini loop, and then I die. Which is a bummer. I die because I fly off the map, right? I get so much momentum. But it doesn't happen every time. I would say 1 in 4 times it works perfectly. Yeah, maybe 1 in 10 times, actually. So I bought another computer, and it works great. I want to be able to stream or make videos at higher resolutions and really take advantage of everything that Update 8 has to offer, but that card is crashing like crazy. I should count from back over here. Or I could just... Let's see. 1, 2. So this is our keystone. Right here. And we'll put 2 more back here. So anyway, I was just saying that, you know, I was right in the middle of trying to switch everything over to the new computer when it started crashing, so I'm still doing my best to get everything going so we can experience update it together in the highest possible resolution. But I don't know. We might be stuck with the old reliable. What did I forget? Plastic? All that, and I only forgot one thing. Oh yeah, sure did. It actually doesn't take any concrete to build the actual shell. You have to manually put some on the end caps, but the shell itself is concrete free. But we need plastic. There's a good chunk of plastic right there. Ooh, we grabbed rotors. I'm a little worried that I don't actually have 1,000 plastic over here. Oh, there it is. Tasty. Alrighty. Back to what we were up to. Now let's see. Most of the stuff is on this side. I probably don't want to ship it this way. Oh no, actually I do want to ship it this way because that's where our drone ports are. So this is pretty good actually. We'll start here. We'll look for the big stack of splitters and mergers. Make sure they're far away on that left corner. Once confirmed, we can click it. And we'll have to see how many of these we fit in this direction. Actually, 4, 5 was really not bad. It's pretty good. Did I accidentally use the same color for thermal rockets as I did for fused frames? Looks like I did. Well, that's going to be a heck of a copy-paste job. What color am I on? I did the... Oh, yeah. This should be green. I'm on yellow and green. We'll fix that afterwards. Okay, so we ran out of encased beams. So now that we've built a quarter of it, emptied out a good chunk of our inventory, should be a little easier to get everything, or at least the next cycle, done. Okay, just picking up some materials for our next phase. Uh-oh. I don't like that there's just... Okay. Ooh, I thought we might not have enough encased beams. I mean, I dropped all this stuff off, so it should be right. Like, there should be extras all over the place. But you never know. Almost have enough room for everything, but not quite. All right, back to it. Now, can we get the same kind of angle guarantee? Yep. Looking for that lift on the far side over there. Let's see if we can squeeze in. We need 3 more, which is 12 foundations worth. One more. So close. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more room. We don't have to fully zoop. We'll just put in just enough. There we go. Blueprints and thermal rocket. Good to go. Just want to make sure that we're directionally correct. Uh-oh, we ran out of silica. I mean, we totally ran out. Did we totally run out? might be short. Let me run back over to the secondary storage area. See if we have any extra over here. Oh, thank goodness. We're very far away from our main base. Aw. That would have been very helpful if it was pointing the other direction. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and fill up our inventory with more stuff. Where are our quartz crystals? Oh, there's a bunch of silica right there. Then while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some aluminum sheets. Okay, here we go. Blueprints. Let's go for the rockets. We theoretically have everything we need to complete this build. Blueprint mode makes the snapping so easy, but I still like to make sure that I see what I'm building before I click. I've had this game rotate things on me one too many times. All right. We're primarily built now, so I think what I'll do is I'll run over to the other side and we'll snap in some power, but just for the machines. We'll start there. Then we'll connect the materials, start making some thermal rockets, find a place to ship those rockets, and then go back and connect the lighting. Because the lighting is just for fun. Power, double wall. We'll put it like right here. The nice part about connecting these is that each time you connect power, you have more space to hover. So you're also building sort of that hover infrastructure. Now, we only need 1,000 rockets, right? But kind of want to get done in a reasonable amount of time. You know, I could set one machine up and be done in 1,000 minutes, but who wants to wait 1,000 minutes? And the other thing we need to figure out is connecting this, but I think we should do that afterwards. Let's see. On the way back, we might as well connect something. Let's connect these decorative lights. I'm holding off on the belts because it is a special belt situation in order to get around the limitation of the 4x4 in the blueprint and the large manufacturer footprint. We do have a specialized splitter lifter system going on here. In order to make sure that that's all working correctly, I want to have a hot belt with materials on it so we can confirm that in fact it is working. All right, so we're going to have one vertical service layer right here. And then these guys are going to come in. I normally would go tight, but I think it makes sense to give everybody some room. I don't even know if there's enough space in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back that up a little bit. Right on the edge. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to build this in a particular order. I remember this now. And, you know, what's another thing to remember is that these heights aren't even correct. Let's look at this. So, in order to get over the machine itself without clipping, we have to go up 2. And then these top 4 are the ones that we're going to connect because this is a 4 input recipe. So we got to start at level 3. Right there. And these are all one above each other. Then once they're built, you can put splitters on them. Then you can connect the splitters to the main bus. Slightly more difficult connecting this guy. Not impossible though. Actually, it might be easier in some ways because now all we have to do is put the 4 in here. And since we're not splitting again, we can get closer. Let's see, where does it make sense? It probably makes sense not to be close so we can angle it nicely. Let's give ourselves some room. You know, I just said that those heights matter. Let's try that again. Oh, these are angled. We're gonna have to go around the world here. It's okay. It's 290 degrees. Now all we have to do is get each one of these connected up here. Now, good news. All these recipes are the same. It doesn't matter if it's 1 through 4 or 4 through 1. All that matters is that we get the materials up there. So let's just connect. That is actually even easier. Just connect it right there. Okay, now in order to make this possible, we're going to open this to the codex. We're going to connect it here so that way we have our to-do list. We can see what we need to pull in. We can also see that we need some foundations under here. This part's going to be... It's going to be a bit much. I'm going to have to track down the items that we need. I do for... First one, though, is pretty easy. I peeled off a few of these guys. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 846. You know, I could just do this and tells you. 846, so we're just a little bit short. But short or not, we do have the access that we need. Let's see what else we have. The coolers. Are we not using the coolers anywhere? Is this the only thing we're using the coolers for? Oh, this is going to be a nightmare to pull in. I know we have enough of them, so I'm not worried about the amount. I'm just worried about having enough supplies to get them in here. Let's find some sheets. Oh, significant number. Might even need more than that. Yes, that's it. And we got a couple hundred on our belt here. That's nice. Okay. Some high-end materials. We're actually full on electromagnetics. That's nice. I'm also kind of looking for... Uh-oh. I'm definitely not seeing it. Okay, we're going to have to order some engines. Let's go up to our shipping area and place our order. What are you doing? You didn't get any steel pipes? That's disappointing. And now you're out of batteries. Okay, that's a different problem that I wasn't particularly ready to solve right now. But what I'll do is I'll get the batteries and we'll go back over to the battery guy and have him go and get some more batteries. Uh-oh, he might already be doing that. Double bad news. Okay, let's grab these engines while we're thinking about it. That's casing. That's frames. Here we go. Here's one we haven't used yet. End game engine demand. This port engine. Ooh, I don't, what is that thing called? Oh, it's called a modular engine. So let's try modular. Huh, modular frame, but no modular engines. I could have sworn that I set that up. Let's check our map. That's the stators. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, I didn't name it. Drone port 107. That's where they are. Okay. This port connected to 107. I don't have a drone on this one. You know, I think we are done with that. That one was bringing in copper powder. We have all the copper powder we could possibly want or need or even desire. So we'll drop you in there. I think we'll even cut you off a battery for now. And take your batteries. Okay, so right here is where we decided to pick up the engines. Let's go ahead and get that connected. This is going to be a big pull. There's all of our copper powder. I mean, we're so condensed, it might make sense just to go ahead and connect over here in a straightforward manner. Just give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Too long. I definitely don't need storage locally for this, primarily because we've stored like 4,800 of these engines in the home base. Oof. Looks like it's gonna be crooked no matter what I do. Yep. Okay, so that's our engine, and then we've got the coolers, and we've got the turbo motors kind of already closer. So we'll continue to focus on these for right now. We'll just run this right in. It actually might be better to stay way out here and limit the crossing. Unfortunately, I've already chosen a location for this one. But I haven't connected across the bridge. Or have I? Yeah, I have. It's right there. Hmm. Well, no. We've already done it. Let's finish that one off. The turbo motors were made on site, so they're already kind of in there. Question is, where? Oh, wait a minute. There they are. Then they go in here. Then they go straight up. So I used them already for something else. That's kind of good news, because now I can just split this. Drop it. And whatever else it was being used for, it's full. I should probably go to the ground and then try to find my way over to some common area with the modular engines. Let's see if we can find a spot. Or I can have this just go. I guess there's really no reason to have them necessarily stacked. All right. Not the one I was expecting, but that is number 2 done. Number 3 is right here. Turbo motors. I've got 2,400 times 3 on site. Sometimes I like to do math in my head for fun. That's 7,200. So that's way more than I actually need. I do love the sound of a manufacturer spinning up. All right, that's 3 of the 4. I'm just gonna whip this last belt. Sorry, it might make me a bad person. We'll get on the line, then we'll go down the line from there. How's that? Oops. Hey, nice to see the motors have arrived. You know, I don't know what my deal is. I'm destined to call the cables wire and the wires cable. I'm desperate to call the engines motors and the motors engines. Not sure why, but at least that drone delivery that we set up worked. Worked a lot better than the super temporary pipe request we put in. Oh, we're here. For some high value items. Oh, we're still really not that close though. Let's keep building belts. You're gonna want some power over here so we can build this. Oh, bad news. Totally out of concrete. I think we need concrete to build belts. For the conveyor lift pole thing. Yeah, let's go grab some more. Okay. What does it take to make one of these conveyor poles? I think it's under logistics, right? Yeah. Let's assume for a moment that we want to make 100. We need some plates. We need some sheets. Okay. Now we're ready to go. We'll see. I have not set up yet quite enough infrastructure to get myself where I need to be to finish today, but if there's unlimited time available, why not? It's either 1 or 2 videos away. Probably two. Have you decided whether or not you wanted to go for your own channel? Just moving in all this good, high-quality stuff to build a connect to the thermal rockets. If only. Yeah, very true. I can never tell. Sometimes I think people like super long videos, and sometimes I think people like the more edited videos. Let's see here. Now, I'm not getting the ley line here, which is very disappointing, but I can try to mouse wheel my way into eyeballing this. Oh, boo. Let's come out of here. That's true. I get a lot of feedback that it's like, this would be better as the live stream on my normal videos. Like, okay. I can see it though, because I do basically just live stream to video. So today I figured I'd give it a shot. So much pressure. The hard part about this is setting up all the stuff so everything's in the place that you can actually execute quickly. And I have a personal preference to never use mods, because I feel like if I use mods and then people watch and they're like, oh, look how easy it is, and then they don't have those mods, then they're like confused. Though the inventory mod is very tempting at times. Yeah. Okay, so this one's all messed up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it shouldn't be totally broken. I'm gonna have such a random collection of stuff in my inventory. All right, it's 3 back to make that close corner there. Oh, that is one way to go. Cool. I need to figure out. Maybe I need to loosen my stance on mods. I made the mistake of trying to pick up a 4080 machine and it's crashing on me right now. So it's kind of sad, but I'm planning to have it all figured out by the time Update 8 comes out. I'm on my old reliable machine right now. Triple digits graphics card. Not even a 1080. That's how old it is. Oh, I know. I've weakened. I mean, 800 hours in, I've weakened. These guys are all kicking in nicely. Yeah, I'm trying to extend my building capabilities, do some non-rectangular stuff. I really like the glass. I mean, this thing that I've got going on right now, I really enjoy it. It's not particularly... I don't know what the word is. Fancy, maybe? But, it looks really cool at night. Appreciate that. I definitely took your comments to heart about sort of thinking about the camera work. I went back and looked at some of the old videos. You could definitely see it. So appreciate the feedback. 3 out of 4. We ran out of something. What did we run out of? Oh, none of these are powered. Well, that's not good. Cooling motor engine. Cooling motor engine modular frame. Of course it'd be the fuse modular frames that we would run out of. That has been the bane of my existence this playthrough. Yeah, it's true. And most of them aren't playing on giant screens. I just bought a bigger monitor, so I can definitely see it more. But yeah, it's a good point. I need to watch stuff back on the big screen. Surprising number of people are watching these videos on a device called TV. I'll have to check my stats. But last time I looked, I was surprised by the number of people that are actually watching directly on a TV. Oh, let's drop these off. We don't need these in our inventory. Okay, now as these guys are starting to make thermal rockets, we should start collecting them. Nice. Oh no, I'm in permanent crouch mode. There we go. It's funny, they mentioned that they think Update 8 will fix that. So that's exciting. Wait a minute. Oh no. I dumped everything out on this side. Oh no, I decided that would be better because our shipping port is actually on this side of the world, so it'd be a little bit more convenient. There we go. And I guess I could, if I put another little storage layer right here, and I can drop this upper level down, and then collect it all together. That side looks like it's already connected. Yeah, update 8, you know, the funniest thing that I'm the funniest thing that I'm worried about with update 8, right? Generally, I think it's going to be an amazing update. I think it's going to make the game just look amazing. And while looks aren't everything, it's definitely a huge part of it for everybody. I mean, my most consistent comment, quote unquote criticism, if you want to call it, is why don't you use 90-degree belts? So obviously people care deeply about the look of the game. I'm worried about things like the physics. I wonder how like hyper cannons are going to work. I'm betting there's going to be a lot of deaths as people try to jump into their old hyper cannons. I can't see how those are going to work the same. Especially when you're talking about like Chaos Engine and all these other physics that they've claimed, in fact, that they're using. So the physics are gonna be different. But generally, I'm very excited about Update 8. Yeah, they've already said mods aren't gonna work. It's gonna be up to the community. Not exactly Bethesda level, but it's definitely going to be up to the community to decide if they want to keep those mods up to date for Update 8. Yeah, that April Fool's joke was something else. I saw a few people trying to read into it. I don't think there's anything to it except for a friendly, not so friendly jab at Musk. I don't know if there's anything else beyond that to take away from it. I mean, technically we could be done. Just dump these into the storage container. And now, sad news. We've got to move all of that stuff back to the shipping area. No, I didn't see what Kibitz did. I have to go through, I guess, and check out some of the April Fool's jokes. Oh no, permanent going up now. Let's see. There we go. Well, with theoretically have everything built. Oh yeah, I was gonna check to see. I think we were just short on the nuclear pasta. 849. Need another 151 nuclear pasta. So the nuclear power rods in a truck doesn't cause waste, is what you're getting at. That's an interesting thought. Oh, really? Huh. That's an interesting little bit. So the trucks can run basically for hours on one nuclear power rod. It's interesting. I mean, coal is basically free. But if you're not moving coal, it can be annoying to try to fuel trucks. Right, my first playthrough, I used trucks exclusively to move coal to the coal power plant. And then just grab the coal to fuel the trucks. Took a little bit of a loss there. Interesting. Yeah, the fact that the teasers are 2 weeks late is interesting. And I do apologize if you got too many videos over the last couple days. But I definitely wanted to be sure that I finished this full season within a single update. Last time, I don't know, I was like 80, 85% done. And then update 7 came out, and I was just like, oh. And I guess it's okay. It just seemed a little weird to just jump. I made the mistake of saying in the very first video that I was going to go to the end no matter what. So I was obligated not to end the season early. Oh, it's definitely a huge power difference. So Marshall, you tell me, what's your thoughts on power storage? I'm definitely pro power storage. I like to build whole buildings about it. But I could see how some other people might say, if you're using power storage, to that extent, you're probably doing something wrong, and I'm probably doing something wrong. I don't keep up with my potential maximum power draw. Conveyor belt too long. Well, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of storage. At any given time, I'm probably... Yeah, I'm right on the edge. But I'm only storing, what is that? 10,000 megawatts max? I'm quite happy with this blueprint that includes item storage and power storage for the drone ports. The one thing I did forget was a ladder. I need to modify the blueprint to include a ladder. It's not a satisfactory building if you can't climb on top of it. Yeah, we're out of batteries too. Did we run out of drone ports? Surely not. Maybe. Huh. Oh, here's one I haven't used. Steel pipe passive shipper, but I didn't get any steel pipes, so I'll just repurpose this to ship out the turbo rockets. Couple of batteries made it in. Uh-oh. We might be in a clip lock here. Can't exactly go under. Maybe we could go like right here and then lift it. Nope. Let's get closer. And then we'll drop it. Ooh. All right. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm probably spending a whole lot of power on drones. Oh, I connected this to the wrong place. That's officially Clip City right there. We only need 1,000 of these, so we should be pretty close to 1,000 actually. If I wanted to, I could go back. Let's go back and do a little hand supplying. Right, there's a few key or critical items that we can pick up. So this one, nuclear pasta, very close to done on this. But we need some pressure conversion cubes. And, well, we haven't made a single one since the last time we checked, some time ago. So now we're just walking this backwards. Fused modular frames are the requirement. We sidelined a few of these. I could just shift them back over. Let's see where we are. Yeah, those are all going out now. No. How am I not close to some sort of power? Well, I think the fuse frames are actually right below me. Oh, short on casings. It's both disappointing and surprising. Let's see if we have any local casings around here. We just finished building the thermal rocket factory. Now we're just making some local tweaks to push through a few items. I think we're one more video away. This is the second to last video through this season. Sorry. We just need a few more items to get built. Holy moly, that guy needs a lot of casings as well. Let's go back and put in our lighting for our new factory. The normal place I'd put this is chock full. Huh. I just realized none of these lights are connected. Which is okay. Is why we are here. Let's connect this upper level. I'll connect you to down here. For some reason that I haven't quite figured out yet, I spend like 4,000 watts of power. Sometimes 6,000. Probably go up to 6,000 watts of power at night. But I don't burn during the day. I'm sure it's a bug of some kind, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna get trapped in here with all these lights, but it's what we're here to do. Whoops. That's better. Now, how did I miss that one? Copy, paste, forward. It's just a lot of copy pasting because I got the sign color wrong. All right. I honestly think that's about it. We're one video away. I know I promised that we'd be done today, but I guess I have to promise that we'll be done tomorrow. And we'll finish this off. Season 2 will be complete. This is just a few items that we need to give an opportunity to build. We squeezed out. Nope. I was gonna say we made one more nuclear pasta, but we didn't. We need like just little things. We need some casings here. We need some sheets there, and then we'll be ready to go. But I do think we'll visit the space elevator for the last time tomorrow. Well, last time before update 8 anyway. And then we'll get a fresh playthrough and take the lessons learned. Like, maybe don't have 16 drone ports set up, because it will cost you a lot of power, 3200 power while idle. Little things like that. I do like this location though. If you check the map, this is a pretty big, very flat area that you could build a lot of base on. Most of my base is over here in this area, with a couple of buildings over here, nuclear power down here, coal power is also down here. I think coal power is like here, the nukes are over here. And then there are a couple of particular shippers. There's some aluminum going on over here, and we're doing some copper, right? Because we had a bunch of copper ingots that we wanted to deal with. So we mined the copper here and we're shipping it over here so we can make copper powder out of it. So I think that's about it. I'm in the winding up the live stream. It's been an hour, 42 minutes. Appreciate everybody that came in, even if it's for a little while. Obviously, it's basically the same kind of content that I would have on my channel anyway, except we get to chat. Super duper special thanks to Marshall for all of his chatting and his advice and his feedback. I definitely love it when people comment on videos, good, bad, or indifferent. Not really about an engagement thing. It's just, you know, going back and forth in the comments is fun for me. So I do appreciate the comments, and I do appreciate the time, and I do appreciate you hanging out. Uh-oh, what's going on? Yeah, radioactive items has been something else, man. Really dealing with the radioactivity. I think, you know, it's not too terrible to deal with. It's just that threat. If you go to plutonium, you end up with having to deal with it forever. That's really the thing. But, what do you think? When do you think Update 8's going to come out? What's your guess? You seem to think that they're kind of behind schedule. No, I went crazy on the drones. I probably have, I have 16 at this location alone. Like, I was doing individual deliveries. I have another 4 just to ship copper. Not copper ingots, just copper to the copper ingot plant so I can make copper powder. I've got drones all over the map. I showed you the map. You might have been away. Yeah, there's drones all over this thing. Moving in uranium. I just had I had so many issues with trains. Like, I am not one to claim things are bugged, but I've had serious issues with trains where they're like collide, and I feel like in order to do trains absolutely correctly, you'd have to make it so they never cross. Because I use path, I use blocked, I use path and blocked, and I could not get those things to run correctly for more than 90 minutes. And I was only trying to run 3 trains back over in the computer complex. I was making some pretty significant deliveries there. Trains are really the thing that I should have been using for drones, but I just could not get the trains to work correctly. I had a blueprint ready for it and everything. But once I don't know. Every time I logged in, I'd look at the compass and they would just be like, trains are deadlocked. I'm like, oh. Up to 2 months, huh? I mean, 2 months. They really aren't any there. I mean, there's nothing that's forcing them to go fast, right? And they definitely seem like they're focused on quality, so it's not like they have to make a Christmas shopping season or anything like that. So 2 months is as realistic as any other time frame. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 2 months without a fresh start. I definitely can't finish a whole round. I was thinking maybe 1 month. .8 weeks until update 8. Interesting. Yeah. The blocks are longer than the longest train? Really? I think I did that, but maybe I didn't. Because I was having major trouble. Oh, creative mode? I don't even know what creative mode does. Does it just make you allow you to fly, give you unlimited items, just whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it? Let me hit save here. You can behind the scenes. Look at all these saves. So many saves. Save, 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 save. Maybe you should. Trains are one of those funny things, though. My favorite game of all times is sitting around trains. But for whatever reason, I have never properly learned train signaling. I don't think I've ever done it correctly in any game I've ever played. It's like, I mean, give them credit though. The fact that they squeeze trains into this game. The logistics of this game would be a whole game by itself in most cases. And then you've got the factories and the constructions, and combat's probably not a full game, but the exploration is nice. The map is incredible. It's really a good game. See, I don't even see how to enter into creative mode. All I have is the 4 starting areas. Do I have to look it up? Oh yeah, I agree. It's, you know, if you're willing to put in the bare minimum, eventually you'll win, right? As long as you can make one item per minute of everything you need. What I'm saying is that some of these games that are coming out now, any one aspect of what Satisfactory has would be considered a whole game in some cases. Like I'm seeing train games where you literally draw lines of different colors to do transportation. Then you got your Train Valley style games where it's just basically super basic. Um, oh, have to do a mod. Okay, gotcha. I was thinking I was missing a button somewhere. I was like, oh, okay. Well, let's just let me click creative mode and then we'll just jump into it. What's your favorite location? I started the last game in the Rune Desert. My first playthrough was in the Rocky Desert. So obviously I have something for the desert. Right. Yeah. I mean, that to me is definitely the line, right? If you start getting into situations where they alter the recipes or make it so buildings are cheaper, that's definitely next level. I mean, the inventory, that's definitely not how it was intended to be played, but it's not necessarily a full cheat. Dune Desert, yeah, that's the one I'm currently in. Last time I was going to go with Grass Fields, but then they talked me out of it because they were like, well, this is for easy times, ideal for first time pioneers. I'm like, well, I'm not first timer. Though Krakenfall using this as a building his man on top of this arch is pretty funny. Maybe I'll drop back to the grass fields for the season 3. Oh, yeah, right. They say right there in the description that we need to have some good transportation. Yeah, I totally 100% agree with that. Right. It's better. I mean, you have your starter factory, and I need to really perfect that because I typically go with the spaghetti factory. It's like, oh, I'm playing the game, it's brand new, and then I just start putting down belts and firing stuff off. I need to get better at putting in a good starter factory. And then like you said, move up the game level and then go to where you really want to be. I have to admit though, this time around, your suggestion about doing some early game research, especially the Caterium Wire stuff, was huge. It dramatically reduced the amount of rebuild and refactoring I had to do. So that was very much appreciated. I also, though, it's funny because you mentioned wet concrete, and that was the very first alternate recipe that I got. You probably don't remember that, but we were talking about alternate recipes and having to rebuild things. And I was saying, well, I only want to build a factory once. And the very first alternate recipe I got was wet concrete. I am thinking about this concept of like building one super cool, awesome building for a resource like concrete. One of the things that I think I did not wrong, but has sort of impacted me is I shared too many things on a single node. Right? So I had one factory that was outputting everything basically: rods, screws, plates, reinforced plates, modular frames. And you can't really get good throughput when you're doing stuff like that. So that's something to think about for next time. Yeah, for sure. Researching early and often is definitely the key. Marshall, everybody else is so shy. You get me all to yourself. I do wonder, though. I'm going to have to check it out. I'm going to have to try to find a balance. One of my thoughts was like, I could do a long video, an edited video, and a factory tour. So it effectively would be 3 videos on each topic, whereas right now I basically only make 1 video. Right? I just make the concrete factory. I build the concrete factory, and then I move on to the next thing. It might be cool to have some shorter content centered around that same build. Yeah. Yeah, it's finally the one dangerous thing about this game is that you can make a decision 200 hours ago that impacts your game. That's not impossible to fix, but can become a challenge to fix. So right now, I'm at the end game. I'm so close to the end that I don't feel obligated to go back and really improve my throughput. I feel obligated to just limp through and get it done. But what I think I should do next time is presume maybe not all the resources in the entire world are going to come to that particular factory, but a lot more than what I did this time. Because I definitely I'm starved for aluminum because I built one aluminum factory and then I moved on. Right? And as somebody who's playing the game, naturally, you probably wouldn't do that. But someone who's making YouTube videos, it's kind of a awkward thing to say, oh, we're going to have 3 aluminum factory videos in a playthrough. So I just took that one node. I think it was in the swamp. And, oh no, there were 2 or 3 nodes over there. I think there were 2 normal, 1 pure. I overclocked them. And then I shunted it all into an instant scrap factory. But that's not enough aluminum to really have enough to make the sheets and casings necessary. Yeah, I would definitely want to try to do something than just, because I am not at the point. The skill with these hands is not quite at the point yet where I'm definitely not a beauty builder, right? Like you see some of these guys, Bits and Totally Eclipse are impressed with this next level of guy who can just build these awesome things like Eden Project and things like that. That's where you really get super awesome factory tours, when it's just pure eye candy, to your point. I think that it could be a bit of a tutorial. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to start your channel so you can I want to be your first subscriber if somebody hasn't beat me to it already, unless you already have your secret channel. You're building it up in secret. But there's a lot to be, I mean, the interesting thing about this game is that every time I get near the end, I start thinking about if I had it to do over again, this is what I would do. I don't know what it is about this game that brings that on. All right. Just checking. Don't be at 20,000 subscribers before you let me know. So I'm sure you're going to take off faster than me. First time I did a mega factory, basically brought, if not everything, I think I actually did bring everything back to the purple monster. And then just kept processing things higher and higher up until everything was dumped over the side into the space elevator. This time I went a little bit more modular, but everything was pretty much within close proximity, we'll say that, with a couple of factories that were strewn about. Mostly the power. I was surprised by the requirement for power. I feel like if I load or continue, it's going to crash. What do you mean lag city? Who's lagging? I'm lagging? Sorry. Any super awesome suggestions for settings? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. If I can get my new computer to work, though, I bet it would work a lot better there. Or with that computer.
It was pretty good though. I mean, there was that 2-day period where they put a patch in that made everything lag when you try to put belts together or where you had belts near you. That was a serious problem because there were belts all around and I was trying to connect even more. But other than that, it wasn't too terrible.
It could be interesting though. Sounds like you're almost making a YouTube channel for satisfactory YouTubers. You might have a small audience, but you definitely would have a very loyal one. Yeah, originally I had things set much higher on the video side, but I cut most of it down. And the only thing that I changed, I don't remember what it was now. I think when the hologram, I think I changed the color of the hologram when you're building stuff. But that was before Blueprint, so I might need to revisit that. Automatic clearance separation. I might like this build in one click. It's going to take me a second to get used to it, but once I do, it's half the clicks, right? "60 frames per second at 4K? Is that what I'm doing?" Let's see. Well, I capped it at 60. That's better, right? Definitely don't want to change the resolution. Yeah, I check my like I'm using 1% of my CPU. Checking my OBS right now. I mean, it's a little easier right now because I am streaming, so it's not like we're killing everything all at the same time, and we're definitely not doing anything, so it's gonna be super easy. I know, it's so tempting though. Hey, we could drop it down to 30, see if it kills it. It's worth a shot. What resolution would it allow? Oh goodness. Oof. Let's see if it crashes. It's definitely been crashing on me when I try to go back into the game. Brr, brr. Are you planning to play primarily on experimental, or you're gonna give yourself a break and play on normal human releases? Think that could be part of the crash reason, or just saying in general there's a OBS issue? Oh yeah. Those dramatic changes, though, that's where it's at. My most popular videos are always when I'm talking about dramatic changes. That's where I get most of my new and returning viewers. When I talked about my first impressions on Update 7, that's probably like my second best video, and my best video is when I was talking about snapping mergers and splitters directly onto lifts. It's so weird. You never know what's going to hit. But I think you're onto something with tutorials. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. Well, only 30 frames does make swooping back and forth a lot better. But I bet you that the hyper cannon is still a death trap. I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna die. Oh yeah. I would hope that this is set to the right resolution. You want to see my death trap over here? Fix-It University is probably a cool name for a channel if you want to be 100% satisfactory. Oh, maybe 30 frames a second was the deal. Normally I die in that thing. Somewhere right around here. Oh well. I kind of made it. You might be my good luck charm. I've been having serious issues with my hyper cannons. We might have our first tutorial for mid-update 8. Turn down your frame rate if you're dying in your hyper cannon. Well, now I could run over and get some casings. Let's drop some of this stuff off. My inventory clearer. Yeah, it was funny because last time I tried to hit, I mean, we're mostly in hangout mode now anyway, so last time I've been trying to hit that, it was just, I would go into like a little mini loop because I think I was lagging, and then I'd get shot off the map. This was probably my first really cool looking factory. But see, I need to figure out how to use blueprints effectively and still have it be bigger than 4x. You know what I mean? Like, this is a cool deal. It looks cool. I like it. It's very white. It's very like clean room production processing. Of course, I'm out of aluminum ingots as usual. But I need to figure out how to integrate factories into larger factory builds. Or how to integrate blueprints, I should say. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Uh-oh, that's never good stuff. Too many drones flying around my battery. They look like vultures. No, that's a great title for a channel. Especially if you want to be really focused on Satisfactory. What are you doing? Batteries are getting made, though. Just probably not a good amount. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a website going too. I have my domain name. I just haven't set it all up yet. You never know. It's always better to have direct contact as much as possible.
Yeah, I went a little crazy with the drones. Oh, we're using power. Yeah, right on the edge. One of the power situations is not happy. You know, just to be on the safe side, I think I'm gonna throw a save. Wow, that delay is ridiculous. I'm gonna play test this hyper cannon the other way, see if we can get back. You know, now that you say that, I can think about there are a lot of drone ports that I just sort of built and connected, and I really didn't think about the fact that they do cost 200 power idle. Oh, yep, see? Yep, here we go. Ah. I mean, it launches you so far out of the game that you can't even rotate or look around. Like, you find an alternate plane of reality. So I just got lucky with that last one that it actually allowed me to get back. I'm telling you, man, the hyper cannon is a death trap for low GPU powered machines. All right, so I'm definitely done now because my crate didn't even land. Normally your crate lands around here, but sometimes it just lands in the void. Let's see, what I do? I jumped and I ran. What if I just jump and let it take me in? Yeah, yeah. Same problem. I mean, this is parts of the world I don't even recognize. It's the ice wall over there. Good to know that's real. Oh. I think the world's trying to tell me to take a break. Let's see here. Modular engine. I guess if we're going to use this, we should at least label it correctly. Wait, I don't want to label it in this reality. Marshall, I'm going to take off. I think we're done for today. Appreciate your insights, obviously. Let me know. Come back to the channel or shoot me a comment on any video. Or, yeah, whatever we need to do to make sure that I know once you go live. I definitely want to be an early supporter. So, as you know, if you comment on any video, then it pops up to the top of the list using the YouTube Studio. So it doesn't even have to be the latest and greatest video. And then I'll figure out how to communicate before or after then. Does YouTube have a messaging system? See, you get me distracted again. I don't think they've got DMs on YouTube. All right, well, looks like you might have taken off. For everybody watching this afterwards. Yep. Glad to hang out with you as well, Marshall. We'll see you next time.